The banelings might have sniped off a few, but just not that large clump I thought he would get. And this large marine army is going to run in. He's going to capture the watchtower just to have the vision, and yeah, sending out a lone marine to do so, because if there's a large army just outside of your vision range, you definitely don't want your whole army to get caught there. And Stimpack, using the Stimpack on half of the army and now the other half, so just to make sure that the banelings don't get the entire army. And they are going to run out again after sniping a few of the creep tumors, making sure that the creep spread is reduced, or is stopped rather. And by now there are 16 mutalisks out, and the 16 mutalisks are going to do a pretty good job here of harassing the Terran if you can control them correctly. A large amount of backup marines coming out, 56 marines now. But the Zerglings and banelings, yeah, they are there to hold off that marine army, to occupy them, while the mutalisks do their damage to either the mineral lines, so the workers, or just, yeah, snipe the dropships, you know, the bedevacts as they're called here. So sniping the tanks there with the banelings, and making sure that those get removed, because the tanks can easily kill the Zerglings once they siege. And splitting up his marines here quite a bit. He leaves a large group over here, and is going to snipe off some creep tumors. And now everyone grouping up again. Yeah, he had 3 things to do: destroy this base, capture this watchtower, and destroy these creep tumors. And he did everything by splitting up his army, and did it very quickly, regrouped his army, and just got the hell out of there. So, Mutalist, yeah, still flying around. There are only 12 left. He's not replenishing them, so he's not building more, which is probably a sign that he is going for some other strategy, and he is indeed stacking up minerals and gas. Whoa! Hang on. 1930. So let's get back over here. I think he buried some Zerglings here, some banelings, or he ran them in. I don't know. What the hell? I have no idea what happened. There's nothing burrowed here, right? Oh, there is! Oh man, I couldn't even see them with the map actually revealed, so yeah, that's what happened. So getting some green landmines out there, and actually catching off quite a bit of the marine force here. And yeah, had he or if there were 3 of them, he would have gotten a lot more of them, because these marines now are upgraded with the combat shield and some armor, so they don't take as much damage. Thor out now to handle the mutalisks a little bit better, but since he's not replenishing the mutalisks, oh, he is now. He built a couple more, but he's not making like a huge clump of mutalisks that is unhandleable by anything else. So the Thor, yeah, really not necessary for, or no, well, no more Thors are necessary, and a large number of SCVs going down to the banelings there. Also taking out the gas geyser, which really wasn't necessary, but he wanted to get just get that anyway. And he wanted to suicide his banelings where he could do some damage. And taking out the refinery is a decent investment, or a decent target. It's not really extremely good, because refineries are really cheap. It's just that you prevent your opponents from mining the gas from that particular Vespian geyser. And yeah, a lot of these Marines now grouping up here, and he is going to snipe a couple of Overlords before they can move out of there. I think 4 of them, and actually here's another group that he might actually be able to snipe off. So getting the kill on this hatchery, at least I'm assuming he's going to get that killed. Yep, he is. And still some Marines there to protect his tanks, and even more Marines to protect the backside of that army. But yeah, the Zerg coming in from all sides, wiping everything clean, and yeah, the whole Terran army gets sniped off. Now the Mutalisks are going to take down these dropships, and they are going to drop their cargo, or well, except for this last Marine who gets who gets exploded with the medevac he was in. But yeah, the Zerg doing a good job of holding off that attack, but still he lost the base there. But yeah, as we can see, the Terran is mined out in 2 of his bases. So this base is mined out, and this base is mined out. So only 1 mining base versus the Zerg's 2, I think. 1, 2, yeah. So the Zerg is 1 base up, or actually has double the bases. Let's put it like that. Then it seems more ridiculous. But the Terran still, yeah, high on mineral intake. It's just the gas intake that's really low. The mineral intake is high because he is using the mules here. But once these mules time out, which is right about now, and it will drop. It will drop to, yeah, about the same as the Zerg player has. But yeah, the gas intake is really a big difference, and you can see he's 30 harvesters behind. That's a big deal, as you might imagine. Anyhow, the army for let's see, the army for the Zerg player seems to be bigger. There's a lot more gas involved and a little more minerals, but yeah, the main thing here is that 1 unit coming out. The main thing is that the Zerg can just suicide some of his units in to get kills on Terran units, and the Terran really cannot afford to lose anything at this point. He needs to try to snipe off Zerg units, and the Zerg units are going to try to get into his main base, where it is really hard to defend, and they are going to take out some, wow, this backup tank and the Thor. And they're going to take out the factory. Oh, this is going to be really painful. By the time these backup troops are here, he might lose some production facilities. No, actually, they... oh, nice. Using the medevac to transport the Thor to the high ground. And, yeah, preventing most of the damage. But still, not a good thing to have. The starport got damaged quite a bit, but he didn't lose it, at least. Another base coming up here, so the Zerg is going to expand even further. There is this 1 bird circling out, and is this Marine going to spot this base? I think he can see it, but not actually sure. Let's have a look. Yeah, he did see it, so. And yeah, the Marine is just going to scout more and more. Eventually even taking out the Baneling. That's a pretty big win for that Marine. Even though he dies, but still. And a large amount of Terran units coming in, trying to, well, to do some damage, because he needs to take out one of the mining bases of the Zerg player, because once it becomes 3 versus 1, it is pretty much impossible to hold. So the Mutalisks all the way on the other side of the map are not going to be able to do anything about this, and I'm not sure what these Marines are still doing here. Yeah, they get picked off. They got split from the main army. The main army is going over here, and wow. So the Zerg player actually GGing. Okay, this base wasn't up. It was going to get taken out by these two Marines. Yeah, maybe he just didn't have an army anymore. Yeah, the Mutalisks, as I said, were on the other side of the map when this attack happened. And they are still alive, but they are not going to be able to snipe this whole army. I mean, that would be ridiculous. But for the rest, 52 Zerglings, I don't know where they are. They are over here. But Zerglings aren't really the optimal units to go up against this Terran ball, because they cannot really get in up close and personal with those units. And yeah, he lost his mining base here. This base was never going to go up. And yeah, this base, although it still had some minerals left, was going to get attacked by this large attack force, and he probably felt that he couldn't defend that. It's a little bit of a premature... Oh, and he cancelled the base over here as well. Or a building at least. I don't know why he would rebuild this. For the gas? No, you don't do that. That would be crazy. Anyway, I think it's a little bit of a premature surrender. I would have liked to see this last battle play out, but I can see why he felt that he had no chance to win, because really, he had no chance to win. I just didn't see that he actually had such a small army. He didn't have any big units. No Infestors coming out, no Ultralisks coming out, no, well, nothing coming, nothing big. Only Zerglings and Mutalisks and, well, some Banelings. But even had no Banelings in the end, and decides to GG. So anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.